About TCS quarterly results, we have already discussed in detail in the last pre-market video. In one simple word, it was slightly disappointing. On top of that, during this long weekend, following the Indian market close on last Thursday, two major companies announced their Q4 quarterly results. One, Infosys, and the second, HDFC Bank. So in this video, first we'll discuss about expectation and the actual outcome of quarterly results for those two companies. Then we can discuss about what happened in US market on Friday night. Lastly, we will analyze about Nifty and Bank Nifty's technical aspects. Hello everyone. This is the pre-market report video for today, April 17th in the Indian stock market in terms of Nifty and Bank Nifty. First, let's look at the Infosys results. If required, please pause it and have a look. I tried to summarize in one table. Analysts expected on quarter-on-quarter basis Infosys to post a 1.4% increase in Q4 revenue and a 0.6% increase in net profit. While in contrast, the actual result comes as 2.2% contraction in revenue and over 7% contraction in net profit. This is really terrible results and a quite disappointing one, especially since all the IT companies have been trading at high PE ratios due to the expectations of high quarter-on-quarter growth. However, in year-on-year basis, the consolidated net profit increased by near 7% and consolidated revenue increased by 16%. Other minor positive news in results were regarding the company's attrition rate as it dropped to 20.9%. They also announced a final dividend of 17.5 rupees per equity share for the financial year, thus it taking the total dividend for FY23 to 34 rupees per share. On a percentage wise, it comes as 2.5%. I consider that as a decent one. That's the summary about Infosys quarterly results. Because of its disappointing nature, it dropped over 12% in the US market on Thursday and Friday. So the present expectation is that today Infosys to drop near 10% in Indian market. Let's see. Moving on, regarding HDFC Bank, their results were released on Saturday morning Indian time and were not yet reflected in the US ADR market. Anyway, let's see the results. Again, if required, please pause the video and have a look at it. The expectations were the profits to increase over 22% and net interest income to increase over 30% on year-on-year basis. However, the actual results showed net profit increased 21% and net interest income increased by 23.7%. The bank's gross non-performing assets were at 1.12% and the net NPA were at just 0.27%. Here, HDFC Bank's board recommended a dividend of 19 rupees per share, still that subjects to shareholders' approval. Now, regarding my view, unlike Infosys, HDFC Bank results were not that bad. It was slightly less than that of the market expectation, but still it was able to beat some analyst forecast on net profit. Their very low NPA is the huge positive, so I'm kind of neutral to positive on HDFC Bank results. Anyway, moving on, last Friday US market closed slightly negative. First, during the market hours, large three banks in US, JP Morgan, Citigroup and Wells Fargo released their quarterly results. All three major banks beats the market expectation, thus all the banks in US increased significantly. However, Census Bureau released the month-on-month basis retail sales data. The data comes as contraction of 1%, which is more contracted than that of the expected 0.4%. And this is the fifth month contraction in the last 6 months. This kind of broke the sentiment and also from its mid-March low, S&P 500 increased over 7%. So there was a slight consolidation in the US market on last Friday. In the end, Dow Jones fell 0.42%, S&P 500 lost 0.21% and Nasdaq dropped 0.35%. In case of VIX, despite all that, on Thursday and Friday, it decreased by over 10% and moved near 17. It's kind of multi-year low. Regarding oil, because of its OPEC's recent production cut, it traded at the elevated level. At the time of this video, WTI crude oil was trading near $82 per barrel and in last Saturday, Brent crude oil closed near $86.5 per barrel. Then regarding Indian areas, as we discussed earlier, IT stocks were really terrible. Infosys dropped near 12% in last two trading sessions. But bank still looks positive. Then about SGX Nifty, on Saturday at 3 am Indian Standard Time, it closed at 17,813. It's kind of indicating 70 to 80 points gap down opening. However, at present, all the US future market are trading in positive, so this might cut down some of the weakness in IT stocks, but for sure, I think there must be a huge selling in IT today. Let's see. Now, coming to technical, on the daily chart, Nifty closed positive for the ninth consecutive trading session and forms a hanging man candle since it's on the upward trend, which is kind of a reversal candle, so we might expect some consolidation. Additionally, momentum indicators are indicating temporary overbought conditions, and due to this, we could see range bound activity in the near future. Nifty forms back to back three positive indices of bullish candle, but still it moved on the upside and crossed the trend line. Hence, a sustainable move above 18,000 level is likely to pull the Nifty towards 18,200 level again in short term. In case of Bank Nifty, it forms long bullish candle with short upper and lower shadow, whereas it shows that it got more positive momentum in it. Then coming to moving average and technical indicator, for both Nifty and Bank Nifty in daily chart, as a summary, it's same as last whole week, a strong buy signal. At present it's trading only below 100-day simple moving averages. All others it trades above. So as a summary, 11 in favors and only 1 against it. Moving on, since last Thursday was the options weekly expiry, and as usual, I don't see the point in analyzing the options open interest addition. So from pivot chart for Nifty, at present the immediate support is present at around 17,730 and strong support is at 17,680. On the higher side, the resistance to break is at 17,910. Then in terms of Bank Nifty, at present it's trading around the next resistance zone, which is 42,000, and if it sustains above 42,000 in the upcoming whole week, then we might expect the rally to continue and expect Bank Nifty to move higher towards the 42,500 mark. Regarding support, at present as per pivot chart, it's around 41,515, whereas the immediate resistance is at 42,637. So that's all in this video. Hope you all got some useful information. Please consider subscribing the channel and liking the video, so it will help me beat the algorithm and will also motivate me to do more. Please don't make any investment decision based on this, as I'm not a SEBI registered advisor. I'm doing it for my and viewers' educational purpose only. Thanks for watching.